Ready? Yeah. Facebook, what's going on? What's going on? Man, we got another week of Speak on the Podcast. Man, and I'm Phantom J, and I'm here to get into the mix. Man, we're gonna talk about a few things. There's been a lot going on in the news, man. And we're gonna get to it. Man, our subject today right now is gonna be why some of today's single and childless men refuse to date single women. Why some of today's single and childless men refuse to date single mothers. We're going to talk about that today, man. Right now, I just want to, we got the news of Jackie O, the life partner of my boy, DC Youngfly. She passed away. Beautiful young lady, man. And it's unfortunate. Reports allegedly coming in that she went to get a mommy procedure done to her body. Went to the hotel room and somebody they found in the hotel room. And she's a mother of 3. She leave behind her children. And her youngest, they're young children. And it's sad that this is happening. And we're looking at this, man, and we just, man, it's a lot. We got a lot to talk about, man, today. And we're going to deal with Jackie O, rest in peace, man. She's a beautiful girl, partner of DC Youngfly, one of the, up-and-coming comedians on Wild and Out. Also, we're going to talk about the latest in the news with Jamie Foxx health. We're going to go into that, man. We got some conspiracy theories. Some people said that he had a stroke and he blind in one eye. Some reports allegedly saying that it was due to the COVID-19 shot that he took. We're going to get into that and see what's happening with that, man. We don't know for certain, for sure. We know we haven't seen Jamie. His daughter made a statement saying that he's doing fine right now, but we haven't seen Jamie in about a month or so now. But hopefully everything will go well. Also, man, Young Thug, a brother who took a plea deal, has already violated his probation, and he's going back to jail for 9 years. So he turned state on his brother in a RICO case, and he ended up violating his probation. And we're gonna deal with that tonight, man. And it's gonna, we got some things to talk about as well. And it says it's an update from the family. What's up, Blakk? Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks. It said, "What's up, Rich?"
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Get everybody hooked in.
All right.
It said, in fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. And this is coming from his daughter saying this. So we just gonna get into this, and that was good. I was able to read it without some glasses because that's some little writing. I got these 50-year-old eyes, so I was able to read it. Blakk, what's going on, man?
You got it. What's happening with
you? Man, just chilling. So we dealing with this tonight, man, and R.I.P. to Jackie O. If we finna run it, we're gonna deal with Young Thug's brother in his sentencing. So we're gonna run this clip right now, and then we're gonna talk about it.
So it was just 6 months ago when Young Thug's brother got placed on probation for a RICO charge. Now, only 6 months later, he's violated his probation for possessing a firearm, for not paying his probationary fees, and for not doing his community service hours. Now, his lawyers asked for just 2 years prison for violating probation, but the judge found that possessing this firearm just 6 months after being placed on probation was egregious and sentenced Young Thug's brother to 9.5 years prison.
You got arrested with a gun within 6 months of you being placed on probation. And I agree with the state that you're not a candidate for probation because all you had to do is just complete your probation and do what you're supposed to do. Instead, you were riding around the car with a gun in violation of your probation and what this court explicitly had conversations with you about. Explicitly. On the record. And for that reason, sir, I'm going to revoke the balance of 9 years and 6 months. And you will serve that in the Department of Corrections. And that will be the sentence of the court. Anything further? All right, that will be the sentence of the court. Okay, we're in recess.
Man.
Wow. He was in shock, wasn't he? I mean,
he was in shock, man.
Damn.
He was in shock about that, man. You violent, and then they gave you a chance. Jay, what's up, man? Long time no see, man. Long time, Jay Austin in the building. That was a shock, man. That you had a chance to be on probation. All you had to do was walk the line straight, and you ended up getting the balance of 9 years in prison.
And normally I'll look at the judge, but the judge, from what I'm seeing, he's a pretty fair judge. He's pretty fair. Because he sold his brother out.
Yeah.
And took the plea.
Yeah.
And that was less than 6 months ago. And all you have to do is just obey the probation.
Yeah, and then pay on it. Yeah, just pay on it. And you good. And then he ended up getting 9 years anyway, man.
Yeah, they say he didn't pay on
it. Then you had a gun, something you didn't supposed to have. You had it anyway. And you looking surprised.
Yeah, he was back at the same spots, hanging out where he was. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Man, you're looking at a cat that got a DUI in Washington State, 2011, in Tacoma, Washington. Part of my sentence was 1 year probation. Well, actually 5 years probation.
Yeah.
The first year monitored. That means I had to go check in with a probation officer every month, like I killed somebody.
Right.
But I did. But the thing was, that was the sentence. The other part of the sentence was a $1,500 fine, SR 22 insurance for 3 years. Anyway, the whole thing cost like 10 racks over 5 years.
Right.
You think I missed any of them payments?
Hell no.
You think I got caught behind the wheel again drinking?
Hell no.
If I wanted to drink, I kept my black ass in the house.
Right.
Or have somebody else drive.
That's real.
Yeah, man. Right. These cats think they can still go out here and do whatever while they still on paper. You can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can, but then you meet consequences like that.
Right.
Wow, that was crazy.
They always talk about. They always think that I'm not gonna get caught. That ain't gonna happen to me.
The universe is designed for you to get caught.
Man, that karma was strong right there, man.
Yeah, man.
That karma was strong, man.
9 years.
9 years, man. So that's real. Hey,
that's me. If I'd have got caught within that 5 years, whatever time I did on the probation already, they would have scratched that out. But whatever I had left, I'd have to go to jail for that
and pay that balance.
And being a kid was 6 weeks old, 6 months old. So
and you see how frustrated the judge was. He said, "Man, you not 6 months, man, and you violated. You didn't even give the ink ain't even fresh on the paperwork, and you ended up going back to jail for 9 years.
That's the only reason he did that, to teach him a lesson.
Your ass. That's karma for your ass. Yeah, that's
Yeah, he did that.
The judge seemed like he fair. The judge seemed like he fair. He wasn't harsh, and he was.
Yeah, he threw the book at him to make an example out of him.
He sure threw that, but he threw that book hard.
Yeah, he did.
As he should have.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, so what we gonna do? We gonna finna run this clip.
What's going on with Jamie, man? Everybody is mixed things. Nick Cannon scared to talk.
Yeah.
I think he's already gone.
Yeah.
I think he's already gone.
I said that too. I don't like to buy into the conspiracy theories, but when we didn't see him for that whole month, I said the same thing, and they just ain't ready to say it yet. You know what I'm saying?
He's already gone.
Right.
But go ahead but they don't know what happened. He's supposed to be playing pickleball according to what he just showed us. Go ahead and roll what the doctors are allegedly saying. We got to make sure we say allegedly what they're saying on there. You know, this is entertainment purposes only.
Off to get a story about what happened to Jamie Foxx, because it was all baloney what they were reporting. He's playing pickleball. He's responding on Instagram. No, he's not. People do that for you. It's all lies. I had somebody in the room who let me know that Jamie had a blood clot in his brain after he got the shot. He did not want the shot, but the movie he was on, he was pressured to get it. This movie he's doing with Cameron Diaz. And I'm thinking, is that why he blew up on the set a week before this medical emergency happened? Is that why he fired 3 or 4 people, because he just had it with these mandates? I don't know. But what I found out from the man in the room was that the blood clot in the brain caused him at that point to be partially paralyzed and blind. Because if you read into what they were saying early on, he's communicating with us. That doesn't mean talking. That could be anything. It could be, writing, sign. I know those little code words. And then when you tell me your father's playing pickleball, give me a break. I don't know. There's a great shroud of secrecy around Jamie Foxx. He's probably the most multi-talented person we have in Hollywood. But even TMZ is not reporting this. And I know TMZ's got sources in hospitals who give them information, whether it's legal or not. But they're not. Mike Tyson got close. A week after I broke my story on my show, Mike Tyson said that Jamie had a blood clot in his brain. No one's gone that far to say that yet.
Man. Now this alleged. Jay, what you thinking?
Man, I don't know, but if he's blind and if he make it out, he should be all right because he played Ray Charles pretty well.
Yeah.
He was.
Boy, that's cold blooded. That's cold blooded.
On the cool.
That's cold.
I thought of that too, though. I say where he played.
Both of y'all pull up.
I wouldn't have said that, but I knew he was gonna come with something. I don't know why you would put him on the spot, bro.
Boy, y'all, that was cold.
But on the cool, I'm shocked that even Melvin TV agreed with me, said the same thing that I said. I told you that I'm thinking he's already gone. And when they say they called the family in to check on him, then they called all the family in because he wasn't doing well. I'm thinking it took a turn for the worse, and he wasn't able to come back.
Yep.
And they're not ready to release the news yet. That's what I thought at first.
Or they waiting to clone him, if you believe in such things.
Right. So do y'all think he dead?
That's what we're saying. We think he passed on.
I think Jamie Foxx, aka Eric Bishop, is gone.
Wow.
That's his name.
It's his real name, his birthday.
Eric Bishop is his name. Jamie
like
Foxx
I say, at first, that's what I was thinking. But I was like, I'm still hoping that it's something different.
Yeah.
But the fact that no one has seen him, period, laying in the bed, sitting in the rehab, no one has seen this dude since April.
Since April. It's June now. It's June now.
Yeah.
And that is odd. Every entertainer we ever seen, period, on earth.
Yeah.
When they hospitalized, I get out the hospitals, somebody, back in the day it was Inquirer, somebody gonna sneak a picture, paparazzi gonna get them. You got paparazzi. When Jamie went in that hospital, trust and believe in Atlanta, paparazzi was staking out that hospital on each door, each entrance, each exit.
Yeah.
Watching and waiting. They get paid to do that, top dollar to do that. So they had their cameras, video cameras, their cameras waiting for Jamie to come out of that hospital. We haven't seen a peek of Jamie since he went in there. Then when they called the family to come in there, we still haven't seen Jamie.
Nope.
Still haven't seen it.
Not one.
He was probably disguised because he did Wanda, so they was probably disguised as Wanda.
This dude got
but it's something going on that's deeper. And then Nick Cannon claimed that he seen him and was saying some of the same stuff. And then Nick Cannon just came back a few days ago, hollering about he lied that he didn't really speak with Jamie.
I know he did.
Oh man,
unless he spoke to his ghost.
he admitted that he lied.
He admitted it.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah,
And so
I see he's taking over Shazam for Jamie.
Yeah.
So they probably told him he need to recant that statement.
Walk that back. See, you need to clean that up because you got some stuff.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out. So if he is deceased, then what would be the reason that they're continuing to hold on to that information?
They don't want the world to know.
They want to whitewash. They want to whitewash the injection, the COVID shot.
On the cool,
they want to kind of quell that down. They don't want that to get quelled because they know we get information so much.
Yeah.
They want to quell down and then do it at the right time.
Because right now they're blaming him having to take that COVID shot to be on the set with Carolyn Diaz for this latest movie.
Yeah.
So the government not going to let that ride because as soon as that news broke, it popped up instantly saying it's not confirmed that Jamie Foxx was condition has anything to do with COVID-19, with the vaccine. Right. So they're protecting that vaccine if they're pushing on everybody.
Just like the football player who collapsed on Monday Night Football for the Buffalo Bills. They got to him real quick. And you saw when they interviewed him and they asked him what happened. He didn't want to answer the question.
You want to answer, but his was related to that vaccine shot as well to play football.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so that they're gonna push that under the rug, let the talks of that die down. Then they may say next month that he had a stroke and died.
Turn for the worst.
So we don't know, but it's just strange that he's the only actor on the planet that ever been hospitalized, and we never saw him in hospital.
Right.
Even when Michael Jackson got burnt, the most popular nigga to ever walk this earth since Jesus, when he got burnt and went in the hospital, we seen that hand, that glove up, and his ass went straight in that hospital.
1985, I think. 85 or 86.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
That's real.
And so what's so special about Jamie?
They trying to whitewash it. They trying to whitewash it.
I feel like it's something more. Allegedly, and it's just me speaking. Keep in mind, everything on this podcast we talk about is alleged and our personal opinions. Nothing's in stone. And when we play video, that's actual video of someone who has already said what they're gonna say.
Yeah, and that's all fair use on the United States Fair Use Act. So we good.
So we good. Yeah. So we got So Blakk, we got B Simone. You want to run Jackie O? You want to talk about B Simone charging?
Yeah, go do the B Simone because I was kind of shocked because I kind of like B Simone. She's cool
B Simone don't like it. Don't
her and the baby. Her and the baby had a cool thing, so she was down with hip hop and everything. Yeah. But I got mixed feelings about this. Go ahead and roll the clip. I got mixed feelings.
Okay.
But fans are calling out B Simone because she is making a subscription on her IG, close friends, and she's charging people allegedly $9.99. And people are saying she's trying to profit off Jackie's passing. She's trying to profit off grief. What do y'all think about this? I'm kind of speechless. I don't really know what to say. All I know is that Jackie seemed like a beautiful person. She just seemed like a beautiful person, and just God bless her family.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what is he charging the $9.99 for?
to view her page to see how she grieved over Jackie's death.
Oh yeah, see, she's a shark like the rest of them when something happened to people.
Yeah, man. She trying to profit off that shit, man.
Yeah,
and that's crazy.
I mean, she has a fan base.
Yeah.
She go live a lot.
That's insensitive, though.
She shows a lot. She posts her life a lot.
That's insensitive.
And she did say that she won't be posting during her time of grief. So if they want to see how she's grieving, subscribe to my page. You have to pay to watch me grieve my friend.
There's no level of shame they won't stoop to.
No, you can't fix that, man.
Right,
man,
come on.
Look, this is a capitalist society.
So
people are gonna do whatever they're gonna do.
So we can't write that off as she's already popular. She got a page. This is what she do, and she just all of a sudden it's just coincidental that she decided to do this at the time of Jackie O.
Nope. That was calculated. That was calculated.
That she was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That she had to come up with that. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, whoever her team is, they was like, look, this might be a good way to make some more money.
Right.
She hadn't really been in the spotlight per se since then. She been doing a thing on Instagram, but as far as the talk of the town, she hasn't been really that active. Besides,
Corey Holcomb says she be bombing on the road, so she's not a good comic.
Oh
yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, you know, Corey Holcomb put them all on blast. He put her on blast, and he said less hilarious, but her name is Just Hilarious.
Yeah, Just Hilarious.
But he called her less hilarious.
Yeah.
They're just not good. They just not good on the road in comedy.
Yeah, Simone, I saw her in a comedy show, and
it was
funny.
It was booty. It was booty, Jay.
So she got to find a way charging $10.99 just to watch her grieve.
Just to watch her grieve. Wow.
And what's even more crazy, people actually paying it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people, they like saying autopsies of people, like when Pac got killed and whoever else.
What's his name? King Von. I think they put that up there for sale or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. So people like that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah. Kay, we're going to get to it in a minute. We're going to get to it. We just running through our news right now. We just running through the news. Man, yeah. So B. Simone, she's something different.
Now,
man, we got Azalea Banks.
Person there. Yeah. Azalea Banks. We haven't heard of Azalea Banks. I know I haven't as a DJ. Yeah. I haven't heard of Azalea Banks since she copied the Soulja Boy song. She tried to come out with a song that sounded just like Swag On by Soulja Boy. And he called her out on it, saying that she took his rhythm and some of the words and threw it into her song. Right. But that's the last I heard of her. And that was like 2018.
Yeah.
2019 or whatever. So she's not, she's no artist by no means. But, but I guess she saw this as an opportunity to Jackie O's death as an opportunity to make herself relevant again. Right. Roll the clip of what she posted, dissing DC Young Fly.
Okay.
Because the story is absolutely wild. So Azalea Banks starts off by saying DC Young Fly spent many years discussing his own deeply rooted hatred for himself as jokes pointed at women's beauty, projecting his own feelings about his own ugliness onto women perfectly secure in their own skin. She says, say what you want to say about my tears, but my tears are pure of rage and not all a sign of weakness, because in the end, I won. She goes on to say that I'm happy I cried and moved on. That Jackie O girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself. And the nerve of DC to call such a gorgeous woman as Azalea Banks, talking about herself, ugly on national television while a bunch of Black people laugh. Now she goes on to say in her post, and ironically, dead at 32, exactly my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023 in Miami, Florida. You are gonna learn to stop f***ing with me. And in this portion, she's referring to Miss Jackie O. And if you guys didn't know, Miss Jackie O did die on Azalea Banks' birthday.
That's deep and low. But yeah, and I don't know much about her. Like I say, last I heard about an Azalea Banks is when she copied the pretty boy swag or some thing that Soulja Boy had out. And she took that and put it in her song, and then he called her out on it. That's last I heard of it. Like I said,
Azalea Banks was on Wildin' Out. DC Young Fly was cracking jokes on her. She couldn't take it. She was dishing it out, but she couldn't take it when he laid into her. Then she got in her feelings, and that kind of ruined the whole show. Because the crowd, like, man, what she getting mad for? It's the prop comedy. I mean, not prop comedy, but it's an improv show. You're supposed to laugh.
Right.
She got in her feelings.
I think we had that clip. Roll that clip.
Okay.
This is where all the anger came from, right?
That's why, okay.
This was
I
saw that roll.
This Wildin' Out clip.
2018.
Yeah. That's a classic called So Fly. But since we got someone special in the building, we're going to switch it up a little bit. So instead of So Fly, for Miss Azalea, we're going to play So Petty. But it's all in good fun, Queen. It's all in good fun. So Black Squad, step up. Red Squad, step up. And let's get to it. Clap it up.
Black Squad.
Pretty terrible.
Oh, okay. All right, Chico, watch this. My boy Nick Cannon is so petty.
How petty is he?
He couldn't get Carter B, so he got Azalea ugly ass.
Wait a minute. That's not fair. Go ahead, Bobby J.
Sorry, can I just say that was very anti-Black. We are not, no colorism here on this
Get
stage.
him back.
My girl Azalea Banks is so petty.
How petty is she?
That she called Cardi B on the day she had her baby to congratulate her on being a single mama.
I didn't think that was funny. I thought that was rude. Like, let the girl have her baby.
All right, let's do it. My man Nick Cannon so petty.
How petty is he?
That he got 3 kids but only post about 2 because he be on his Drake.
That's not true.
This is like...
I love all my kids.
Wait a second. Do y'all like follow Instagram and stuff? You know the boy that was like gay and then he came back out and was like, oh, I don't like men's no more. Yeah, he was like, don't he look delivered. Don't he look just like that kid? You do.
I'm gonna save for why stop.
That's petty as hell.
But you have to enjoy your lap around the theater because you're not going to be booking any other work in any time. Enjoy Wildin' Out. You won't even make it to Def Comedy Jam, honey.
Enjoy your lap around the theater because you're not going to be booking any other work.
Honey, this is the ceiling.
You need to
for
find your dentist. How you take your goddamn braces off but you kept the little middle part? Stupid ass girl. She told her keep the wires. Just keep the wires.
I don't even know if I want to play this game anymore. But my team captain is so petty.
How petty is she?
That she told all her friends my was trash so she can keep me all to herself. I'm going to go and leave on up out of that because you just say, I can't follow up with what's going on. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm going to keep going. I don't know what the hell is going on.
To be completely honest, like, you live in like a $750 a month apartment and you like can barely afford it with your Wildin' Out checks. Honey, you live in a stick house.
Hey, you got to stop, man. We got to stop. Leave that alone. We're going to have to fight.
Leave me alone.
Oh, Jesus.
Leave me
Oh, my God. Emmanuel, leave again. It's still happening. Go back out.
Yeah, that dude.
Okay, first off, why are you on a comedy show and you get in your damn fee-fees? It makes no sense.
Dude.
It's like people that they buy a ticket, they go sit up front of the comedy show, then get offended.
Yeah.
When you know if it's a comedian like Earthquake or Samore or Dave Chappelle or Corey Holcomb, they're gonna say some offensive shit.
Yeah.
Why are you going there for?
Yeah, that's
what are you going there for?
Part of comedy. That's part of comedy, man. That's what comedy is about.
And Nick Cannon said the reason I don't have no remorse for Nick Cannon said when he had announced the game they're about to play, and he said it's all in fun.
Right.
So he explained what it was about. She got enough feeling. She couldn't take the jokes. Saying and you don't go on a show like that, but she said that she went on that show to sing her new single, and the single and the album flopped because of the show, is what she's trying to say. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's trying to do a little civil.
Yeah, because she showed poor character on the damn show. The thing about every celebrity that come on that show, they get the business. And if you're good enough to give the business, like when Cat Williams used to be on the show. At first he came on as a cat.
Yeah.
But Cat Williams was so funny, they made him a regular.
Yeah, they did. He
can handle his own in a roast. If you don't know how to roast, signify, crack jokes, whatever you want to call it, ranking, don't go over there where they doing it at. If you're sensitive. Just and that comes from a place of a place of narcissism. Like, can't nobody say nothing about you. We can get at your ass.
Yeah, that's it. What you say, Jay? What you were saying, Jay?
Did you watch the show before you went on? Did you know?
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the whole show is really about roasting. Even when they singing, what's your something, what they be saying, whatever. I haven't watched it in a minute.
Yeah.
But they'll do a little chant, and then they'll stop and they'll talk about each other. The show is all about capping.
Roasting.
So if you ain't trying to cap or get capped on, don't go to no Wild 'N Out show. And they do that on the road when they're out too. The comedians look into the audience and they pick people and they roast them. That's what the majority of the show is.
That's what the show is, and then you got to understand that, man. Yeah, that's real. But we gonna go ahead, man. We're gonna move forward because we're moving through this thing. We're gonna deal with Jackie O. We're gonna deal with the breaking news.
Let them know what happened with Jackie O. and why everything is in an uproar right now.
The cause of death for popular influencer, businesswoman, and actress Jackie O remains unknown, but some say it could be from a potentially deadly cosmetic surgery procedure. The star of the comedy improv series Wild 'N Out, whose real name was Jaclyn Smith, died last week at the age of 32 while in Miami. Her body was found in a hotel, and Miami-Dade police are now investigating.
Now, the death of a TV star right here in South Florida. Jackie O, a former cast member of Wild 'N Out, reportedly died after a cosmetic procedure. Local 10 investigator Amy Viteri is live with what she's uncovered. Amy.
Well, Miami police tell us they are investigating the cause and circumstances related to Jackie O's death. Her real name is Jaclyn Smith. Miami police say it was late Wednesday night that they were called here to this hotel, and that is where they found Smith unresponsive inside.
An outpouring of sympathy on social media mourning the death of Jaclyn Smith, known as Miss Jackie O, a former cast member of the TV show Wild 'N Out and social media influencer with 1 million followers on Instagram. Smith was just 32 years old, a mother to 3 young children who she shared with longtime partner, Wild 'N Out star DC Young Fly. She had reportedly traveled to Miami for cosmetic surgery procedures, often referred to as a mommy makeover. According to a Miami police report, it was just before 10 o'clock Wednesday night when Miami Fire Rescue responded to this hotel on Southwest 1st Avenue near downtown Miami after getting a call about an unresponsive woman. Crews took her to Mercy Hospital, where despite trying to resuscitate her, she was pronounced dead. Police tell us they and the medical examiner's office are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death, and the case is in its preliminary stages. Wild 'N Out released a statement which read in part, Jackie O was a loving friend and beloved colleague of the Wild 'N Out cast. More importantly, she was a tremendous mother to 3 beautiful children.
The cause of death for Smith has not been revealed. However, in a now-deleted Instagram post, Smith said she was in the city for plastic surgery, writing that she was getting ready for my mommy makeover, according to TMZ. Mommy makeovers often include tummy tucks, breast augmentation, and sometimes Brazilian butt lifts. BBLs, as they are known, are the deadliest cosmetic surgeries. and Miami is home to high-volume, low-cost clinics where many patients travel to get them done. A video surfaced of Jackie O going off about people telling her not to get the surgery. She says it's her body and she does with it as she please.
I want boobies. Like, I want to get my breasts done. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody tell me, no, you're fine, you are, you're perfect. Leave me alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, no, no. Anyway, everybody told me that, but it's my body.
That's real. That's real. Blakk, you want to go into just for time's sake? Let's go into the weight loss, the cause of which she was
go
at,
to weight loss.
and then we're gonna deal with the interview.
I wanted to be back to my pre-pregnancy weight, which I definitely got to my pre-pregnancy weight. So shout out to my trainer for helping me achieve that goal. So now I just want to tone up. I want to be like super tight, and I want abs, and it just sucks because I see girls don't really have to go work out. They just go get surgery and stuff, and I'm over here like, fuck, I'm trying to do it naturally. Shit.
I see.
Yeah. In competition with those girls. In competition with those girls. In competition with those girls. In competition with those girls.
Wow.
Her main thing was competition with the girls, trying to be like those Instagram models, them wilding out women, and she just didn't accept herself. So she was struggling, as people would say. I guess she would fall under the category of the mental health or something, because she had hella low self-esteem. And for her to think, well, you know, in the modeling world, once you reach the age 30, you're considered old.
Yep.
And so then she was with DC, who's around all of those wilding out girls and those 18 to 25-year-olds that's hot.
Yeah.
And she felt the need to compete. And from what they are saying, and from what we see on the videos that she posted on her Instagram and her YouTube, he used to kind of talk down on her body, talk down on her breast. And so she went and got the breast done. I think the second year they was together, she did the breast, which was the video that they were saying. She was like, "This is my body." That was when she first did the breast surgery. And then she had another baby. That was right after the first baby. She got the breast done. And then as she kept having kids, she wanted to go this time to just get everything redone, because I guess she called herself through having kids, because she was going to go get this mommy makeover. And but yeah, he I guess trying to satisfy and keep him was her motivation to get the surgery, so he wouldn't look at nobody else. And these are you can get that conclusion from watching the videos she posted on her Instagrams and on her YouTubes. And he used to make fun of her breasts and everything. But no, that wasn't his wife. They were not married. Roll the clip about their relationship.
How long have you and DC been together at this point for?
We've been together for 2.5 years.
2.5 years, which is kind of a long time in today's world if you think about it, because I mean, in 2017, so many people are just dating or spending the night with each other. It's a lot of inconsistency.
Right, not even dating, just spending the night.
It's a lot of inconsistencies with relationships.
Yeah.
It's a lot of texting and
I agree.
sexting and all that sort of stuff. I mean, 2.5 years, and today, and maybe back then was like 5 or 10 years now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm used to it. I've only had like 3 boyfriends in my life, and I've been with them all for a long time, so I'm not used to just dating different guys, you know? I'm used to being with the same person for a long time until they fuck up. So it's not anything that's rare to me, but I do know what you're saying. You know, with this day and age, it's so easy for people to just flip-flop.
Yeah, flip-flop, there you go.
Yeah.
Any wedding talk? Any marriage talk?
No marriage talk yet. We're just, you know, if it's not broke, we ain't gonna fix it.
I see.
We're fine, we're chilling, we're both young, just enjoying ourselves, enjoying our baby, our little family, you know. Every day getting to know each other more. You know, we live together now, so that's just a whole nother thing. You find out new things about a person when you live with them.
Now, you've been with Miss Jackie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jackie O. How long have you guys been together for?
Forever.
Met on the set of Wild 'N Out, right?
Yeah, met on Wild 'N Out. What, 2015. I fucked her so good, bitch wanna leave me alone. Nah, real talk, to be honest, I ain't even like her ass like that.
Wow.
She wanted me. For everybody out there. And I was like,
did she want the baby with you too?
Nah, that came a year later. That came a year later. Yeah, cause I really was like, she text me and shit all the time, where you at? I'm like, man, why? You know what I mean? But nah, man, she pretty cool though, man. She laid down, she laid earth, you know what I'm saying? She cool, she love a nigga.
She didn't want to do
She love my dirty draws.
She did?
No, she was on there a couple
she was on
shows.
season
Yeah,
eight.
she was on
Okay.
there a couple shows. She
Gotcha.
love my dirty draws because she know I'm dirty.
Now, okay, so 2 years, now you got a child. Has the thought of marriage ever came up?
Nope. Next question.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that's real. Wow.
I see what DC doing.
Well,
He wasn't trying to let her in like that to take half his stuff later.
Right.
You know, paying child support, that's one thing, but paying child support and alimony, that's a whole different thing right there. And splitting up half your stuff.
Man.
They don't do
would
the
be a
signing up for that.
nigga. We would have a nigga on here to say that. That's just straight nigga
He's
mentality.
damn right. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that goof ass shit.
Right.
I'm sitting there. I'm worth millions. I'm just gonna let you in to come potentially divorce me and take half my shit. Hell no. Now if y'all build that, if you guys build that stuff together, okay, she deserve half of that. Y'all build it together. But if you already got 10 million and somebody just show up and you just put a few babies in and she's supposed to get married and take half your shit, get that goof ass shit out of here. No, I'm not married. You gonna take half my shit later.
That's where you,
And I still gotta pay you until you get married again.
That's where you
That
get
means
an
absolutely.
prenup.
That means absolutely nothing in court today, because she can go there and say she signed it under duress, and they'll throw it out.
You talking about the prenup? You talking about the prenup? Yeah.
Yes. She can go in there and say she signed it under duress. The judge will look at it and throw it out. It'll happen to too many cats.
Sometimes
that prenup means nothing. Especially when you got bread.
Man,
yeah, that used to be something. I know.
I know, man. It's crazy nowadays. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we done got through the news, man. We finna get to it. People that came on here, man, they was hanging on for the title. We're gonna put the title up. It says, "Why some of today's single and childless men refusing to date single mothers." So let's talk about it, man.
Well, back in the day, it wasn't, men didn't see it like that. Back in the day, I'm gonna say the 70s, 80s, probably 60s, 70s, and 80s, and early 90s, men didn't see it like that. They would take on as they would call them back then, a ready-made family, and raise them as their own, and had no problem with it. I mean that, but like I say, times change. But like I say, in the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was cool for a man to come into a home and be a father figure and help raise that child. And many would raise that child that wasn't theirs as if it was theirs, their own.
But were they childless at the time?
Yeah, I know the ones I know were childless.
Mm-hmm. Most of them were.
Yeah.
And the thing was,
see, back in the day, it wasn't I have to take on a child. They knew that woman was a package deal. And so they were more like, they liked the woman. So they pursued the woman. And if she had a child, they would take them on.
Right. For my experience, I remember being a child, and my mother would meet a man and would tell the man, my son is a package deal. And the man would say, I'm not ready to raise no child, So maybe this may not be what it is. And I know my mother went through a lot being by herself when she could have had a man to forsake me, but she didn't. And the men that she dealt with, they accepted me. Now, as a child and as a boy, you looking for that bond from a man, because I didn't get it from my father. So when you see a man that appeared that's gonna be in your mother's life, he end up leaving. You know what I'm saying? And that can play on you as well as a child, coming from my experience. Because right now, I think statistically 51.4% of men, not just black men, but across the board, are childless. They make good money in the middle class, but they childless. So it doesn't have to do with just black men. It's across the board. So, is from being a stepchild, it could be a different dynamic. But the man that my mother married, he already had children. And the men that I've seen in my aunt's life, and that came in my aunt's life and accepted my cousins, they already had children. So I don't know too many men that didn't have no outside children of their own.
And
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, and then going
Not with me. I mean, I had a stepfather.
Hold on, Rich. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah. So a childless man,
And then you go, Rich.
a childless man going into a relationship with a woman that has children, it would seem probably a little hard because that man is not used to having to share the lady that he's with someone else, and that's what it comes down to, being able to share, and then trying to take on that responsibility of being a father to someone else's child when you can't get that true feeling of fatherhood, um, because you can't identify anything in that child that's yours.
Right.
So that's coming from a selfish standpoint from that particular male, but I believe in some cases those are the things that are seen.
Right. Rich, what
Go
you
ahead,
saying?
Rich.
What you about to say?
Well, it all stem back with the silent generation, and they taught the boomers, then the boomers taught Gen X. And the thing about it is, after Gen X, the new millennials and Gen Z they not about to do it. Like with me, I had a stepfather, which I got my last name. I was born in one name. When he married my mom when I was 3, he adopted me and my sister, and we got his last name. The only difference is, but back then, you could say the men were more stand up, and the women were more stand up too.
Right.
Because even if the man and the lady got a divorce, and all the things that man had did for those kids or that child, that man still had access to the kid. Now he still could come by the house and come pick the kid up if she got a new man. But guess what? She will still go drop the kid off, let him still spend time with the kids and things of that nature. Like today, that's not happening. As soon as you guys break up, that's it. So if you don't put in 3 years, 4 years, 10 years of work with this kid, PTA meetings, going to karate practice, football practice, stand up when he's sick, all that crap goes out the window as soon as you guys break up, because she's not going to let you see him, and you can't go to court and cry to the judge because biologically those are not your kids. So that's why a lot of men not signing up for it today, and that's the difference. Women back then, like, okay, you can still see them. I know they're not yours, but you did so much for me. You helped me too. That's the least I could do. The child attached to you, there's a new dude, but to the child, that's your dad, even though it ain't. Today, that's not. They're not rocking with it like that no more.
Especially if the biological father's not involved.
Right.
And the ones that came in my life, one didn't have no kid at all, and he took on me and my sister before he created his own child, and he treated us just like we were his. And then the second home sister I moved in with, her husband took on her child. And then when I came 13 years later, took me on and called me son, treated me like son. You know, so it's just a different time. And
was it your blood, Blakk? Were y'all blood related?
It's just like let me break this down, and y'all help me explain this to him, because we get into this.
No, we're not explaining.
No. I just want them to understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you don't have a biological mother, just say your mother's deceased, and you move in with your sister.
Right.
Her husband is no kin to you, so that means that sister becomes your mother when you move into her, or they adopt you or whatever. That becomes just like your biological mother, except that's a sister that took you on. So her husband is no relation to you. It's just like a man coming off the street, marrying your mom.
Right.
He still has to take care of a child that he has nothing to do with. And even worse, that's your brother. That's not even your son. So he really have to love you to take you on and treat you like his, because really he's taking care of, what is that, a nephew? What would that be called? A brother-in-law? He's taking care of a brother-in-law compared to a son. So it's the same. But like Richard said, like Melvin TV said, it was more stand-up guys back then. It wasn't well, that's not my child, and it's hard for me to bond with a child that's not mine. They didn't see that. And those men that I'm speaking of, they came from a two-parent household where they knew how to be a father. The one, they watched their father be a father to them and knew how to protect and provide for the house. So it wasn't no, I'm confused, this ain't my child, this and that. If that child was respectful, and those women back then made those children respect whatever man that they was going to finally decide to bring into life. You know what I'm saying? Bring in their life. So it was like, now they would date or see each other without them knowing. Then when the time was right, they introduce him to the family. And then once he's introduced to the family and he's coming around and they are an item, hey, they call everybody in the living room or everybody in the kitchen. This is what's going on.
So
I'm seeing Richard right now. He's gonna be coming around here. So the same way you say yes, ma'am to me, you say yes, sir to him. If he asks you to do anything, you guys do what he asks you to do. And if he say anything to y'all inappropriate, let me know.
And not only that, the stepdads were allowed to beat that butt back then too.
I got my ass told.
Jay, what you were saying, Jay?
So
go ahead,
could
Jay.
that be the issue? It's not that there aren't any stand-up guys anymore. Maybe there's been a change in the attitude of the children and the attitude of the mothers.
He was just saying, right.
That's the caveat right there. That's the caveat.
That kills the stand-up right there. Yeah, it's plenty of stand-up guys. He was just saying back then, they didn't see the attitude, so the guys would stand up and approach the women and knew their job when they got with the women. It's definitely the woman's attitude that makes men say, hell no. And I understand that. I understand it.
But you know, I'm gonna say this, that I think a lot of men dealing with women that got children, they don't have children. A lot of them are dealing with child support laws as well. I know in the state of Michigan, you could be what they call a no-fault child support, to whereas I can hook up with a woman in the state of Michigan, and she has a child. By default, they're gonna make me put me on child support for a child that's not mine by default. Now
I think that's if that woman pushes that. I don't believe that.
They fighting it. They fighting the process. But
I understand that, but that's if the lady pushes that. But these rotten women is like Richard said. They as soon as you break up, they gonna grab their children and try to hold that. Hey, you can't see the child. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like if my folks were to break up, dad is still dad. Anything happen, I'm catching a flight, because it is what it is, because of how he raised me and the love I have for him and that he has for me. So that step thing, we never called him step, because when I started saying dad, he's the one I saw. They had to brief me at the age of 6 who everybody was in the house, because I knew mama and I knew dad. I knew nothing else. That's all I knew. And then they say, okay, this is what's going down. I'm the sister. This is my husband, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. And this at like 6 years old, 5 to 6 years old, while she's getting me dressed for kindergarten, pushing my shirt in, making sure my shirt on right. And she's explaining all this while she's putting the belt around my waist. And I'm like, okay. So I had to grasp all of that, still confused. But I couldn't tell the difference. And so like I said, that was back in the gap. And mothers were more open and more appreciative than the women are today.
So why is it an issue if you had a bonus dad or whatever, and they end up breaking up, and she said that she didn't want her kids to deal with the bonus dad?
Yeah, it's
to
no
hurt
today,
them.
it's not.
But I mean, but why does it have to be to hurt them? Maybe, kids aren't made like they used to be back in the day. Maybe
Right.
there
And
could be
when
some
we-
emotional or mental
and when I talk
issues as it relates to that. So
I'm
she's
speaking
trying to protect
about
them
I'm
from
speaking about the respect is totally gone today. So when I'm speaking from the way it used to be in my past experience. We understand that in the mid 90s, 95, it's 95 and up, the disrespect settled in. Then in the 2000s, that was the birth of the beta male, where a woman can talk to him any kind of way, curse him out, and do this and that and that. My dad didn't take no bullshit. My steps didn't take no bullshit. My uncles, my brothers, ain't none of they women ever talk back to them or raise their voice to them in public. Today, they do that anyway. So the respect is totally gone from 95 up. The respect's not there. So anything can happen then. But when I stand with mine, I know how to be a father. I know how to be a good husband. And I apply the values that I was taught, regardless of what the hell they got going on today. I'm not gonna deal with no modern day woman that's with coming with that disrespect. So if I got a step right now, but she's my daughter. If we was to split up, the daughter's still gonna holler at me because I've been in her life since 2 years old. Father's not in her life, so I'm the only dad she knows, the only father she knows. She knows she has a dad, but I'm the only father she knows. So it's like, it is what it is.
Hey, Phantom J, I found what you was talking about. I Googled it.
Yeah.
It says a legal parent who is not biologically related to the child, but has played a significant role in the child's life, may be responsible for child support if they separate from the child's biological parent.
Right.
That's
right.
crazy.
That's if the woman pushes that.
That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy.
Deep. Hold on, let me.
They said the word may. M-A-Y is a huge word. It say maybe. They didn't say definitely will be.
Blakk,
let
me run.
Read it again, Richard.
Hold on. Let me run it because I want to run this. I want you to understand what it's saying. So hold on. I want to do that. So, cause I'm not, it ain't no debate or anything on it. It's just, just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna run it. Hold on.
Yeah, but like you said, the key word is may. They're not gonna hold you responsible unless that woman go to court, just like with child support.
Hold on, bro.
It's happening to men across Michigan. They are being forced to pay child support as dads by default.
Doesn't matter. If the men can prove the children are not theirs, Michigan law makes them pay anyway.
But tonight, 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell tells us that may be about to change.
Most people think you either have to adopt or conceive a baby to become legally responsible for a child. Under Michigan law, that is simply not how it works.
I was the father by default.
These 4 men came to the 7 Action News studios to raise awareness. You could become dad by default. There are a couple ways it happens. Pastor Edward Mack says his previous wife had 3 children. He left them as his own. Then he realized 2 of them were not biologically his.
You must have been so heartbroken.
Kim, it was a hurting thing. I don't even really want to talk about it because it brings tears to my eyes. Sorry for getting teary-eyed.
Pastor Mack says the betrayal led to divorce. He was shocked when the judge told him because he was married, he became dad by default. he had to pay support
Married.
for another man's children.
Let her pay for him. Let her get the man she laid down with to pay for him. He goes free.
I never even slept with her. I got a lawsuit when I was young, and she basically just said, that's the money I'm going to get. And she got it.
Reginald Whitlow, Anthony Sims, and Carnell Alexander have similar stories. They say women named them out of nowhere. In 2014, 7 Action News told Carnell's story and found the mother. She said she was told in order to get welfare benefits, she needed to name a father. She knew he wasn't the dad, but wrote down his name anyway.
Everything is my fault that I put him through.
Do you think that he should have to pay this money?
No, he shouldn't have to pay it at all.
Then these men missed paternity hearings because they were either sick or did not receive notice. Carnell had proof. He was in prison when a process server claimed he was served at a house in Highland Park. When they didn't show up at court, a judge ruled them dads by default. They then missed their chance to challenge it with DNA evidence by the court deadline because they couldn't find the women and children.
They wouldn't give me her address because it was confidential.
These men all eventually got DNA tests backing their stories. Too late.
Oftentimes, it does make a difference.
Representative Jim Runstead says those DNA tests should make a difference. The Republican from White Lake says he heard the story of Carnell Alexander on 7 Action News and decided to take action. He says this year, he hopes to pass legislation that would protect men from being forced to pay for another man's children. Plus, women and process servers who lie should face stiff legal consequences.
This is wrong. Deceiving and lying and obligating people who are not supposed to be obligated to pay bills is wrong.
These men don't just want the law changed to protect others. They want compensation.
I'm getting garnished. I'm getting thrown in jail. I'm getting felony charges.
You have taken our lives. Change that law.
Representative Runstead says he has written 5 draft bills that aim to prevent such.
Bruh.
And it goes back to what I said.
And then
but it goes back to what I said. Listen, what I said was
she cheated
on the woman. The woman would have to force that. The woman would have to put that into play. The woman, and that's what they said.
But
the mother, they say the mother had to put a name to that. So that's in the woman's hand.
No, that was in that one. That was in that one case.
It was
but
in
that's
that
in all
one case.
No,
it's not. So what happens is, if like in the pastor's case, he was married to this woman, she cheated on him, got pregnant, but because they were married, he's still the responsible party.
Right.
So
but then they said the only reason he got put up is they missed the maternity date.
But they didn't know. But they said they didn't know. They didn't even know that they had a hearing in a lot of cases. They did.
But in order to get a maternity date, that woman had to push the issue. That woman had to push the issue.
But
that was actually set up by the courts.
That was set up by the courts, bro. And they did the summons, but the women didn't do it. That was automatic by default. That's something that the courts do, not the women.
And in that other case where she was talking about she had to put down her name, and that was in order to receive state funding,
welfare,
or whatever, welfare.
Yeah, but on the same note, if in Colorado, wherever that was, Michigan, wherever the hell it is,
Michigan,
if they break up and that woman ain't asking for shit, the woman has to say something.
Blakk. He just said that the white man said that he had to be a daddy by default. They broke up. The other man broke. They broke up. He was in jail, but by being daddy by default, that it proves that they were.
And they showed three in that clip.
That didn't have nothing to do with
in that clip that you showed. In that clip that you showed, and Melvin TV watching it as well. They poured out. They showed all 3 men had to get pregnant. And the man say it was too late. They got him. They got it to us too late. The guy said, "Well, I couldn't find her. I couldn't find the children." So that's just like right now. If a woman put me up for child support, I don't show up to court. The child ain't mine. I don't show up to court. They're gonna say that child is mine. No matter a woman can wake up right now. A woman across the street don't know you from Adam. Can say you the father of her child. You don't go to court by default. You are gonna pay for that.
They still got to do it. They got to do to you what they did to me. They had to serve me. The court had the marshal showed up at my house, served me papers. They just can't make you. They can't make a court that you don't know about it. Somebody has to serve you.
Break it down. Tell them.
I'm telling you.
I got served with child support papers. My court.
The only way they went down is they didn't serve the man didn't get that he couldn't find the wife.
He didn't go because they couldn't serve him because they didn't know where he was at one address. They served him at one address. He was in prison.
No,
So
they lied about they lied about serving him. That was the thing. They lied about serving him.
Right.
They said the server said that he served him at this address, but he was in jail. So that's the reason that they went ahead and went forward with the case.
Yeah. So when he missed court, if you miss court right now and somebody put a thing out saying that you owe child support, I mean that they trying to seek child support, I don't go to court. By default, I'm gonna have to pay child support whether it's mine or not, and then I got to go and get attorneys to get out of that.
No, you're not getting in the state of Michigan. You're not getting out of that. Is the point? That in the state of Michigan, you're not getting. You got to pay for that. Pay for that child. That's what they trying to. That's the point.
They ain't paying for that child because they didn't get those papers.
No, actually, Blakk is right. They missed the opportunity to fight that case. That's the reason that it came up. And they had the opportunity to do a paternity test, but they failed to be in court at that particular time. So that's why the ruling came down. So now they have to follow that ruling. That's why they're
even though it shows that they wasn't a father, they was fathers by default because they missed their court date.
Right.
But they was misinformed. They was misinformed because they was proven not the father, but by default because they missed the date because they didn't either know or they didn't get.
They said they couldn't find the people.
They couldn't.
I think that's BS, man. Some states are so cutthroat; they'll do anything to get money out of people.
Just to get money out of people because
child support. It's a hustle. It's what's that? Title C2 that all 50 states got enforced to get child support out of men.
Yeah.
There's an amendment. The Title C2. Go look it up. Yeah. All 50 states have this. It's not about the kids. It's about the state getting bread. That's what it's all about. Don't give a damn about your kids and getting no child support. It's all about the state getting money. And all the politicians lining their damn pocket. That's what it's about.
And
Title C2. You got time to look it up.
The only way they know is, like I say, that woman pursues that in the divorce or in the breakup. And that's how that comes up. But yeah, it's ways around that. But the fact that they missed the date and do all that, that's kind of like
need to be revamped, man. Because a lot of men over here, a lot of men out here get screwed over. How the hell are you paying for a kid that's not yours?
No,
that makes absolutely no sense.
That's about like
that's the case. I can say Joe Blow from down the damn block. Say, hey, you know what? Dude on the corner collecting cans. That's my kid. I mean, that's my kid's dad. Put him on child support. What kind of shit is that? That's just silly.
Yeah.
And who in the hell is okaying all this nonsense?
Right.
The people
that's
you all
that's
voted
crazy.
for.
Yeah. And
I don't vote for them suckers.
And that's the thing about it. So some men, and then they don't want the responsibility. A lot of times they don't want the responsibility of caring for somebody else's children. Because
Didn't Louisiana change their child support laws where now they're looking at the income of the mother and the father? In order to
I know Illinois did that. I know for sure. I'm not sure about Louisiana, but Illinois definitely did
too. Because you're not like,
but that's good.
If the woman is the breadwinner or the woman, let's just say the man made $25,000 a year and the woman make $35,000 a year. That guy paying less because she makes more.
Makes more.
Right.
Yeah,
I misquoted. It's Title 4D. My bad. Not Title 2. Title 4D.
Title 4D. Yeah.
And it reads
Title 4D. Roman numeral. Roman numeral.
What is it?
Title 4D. Roman numeral /D. Title 4D.
It says
of the Social Security Act.
Yeah. The Social Security
establishes
Act
a state-federal partnership to provide child support services. That's what it's about.
Right.
They don't care about your damn kid. It's all about them getting money.
Right.
Because I remember when I was paying child support, real quick, I was paying child support. I paid that shit for 16 and a half years to my daughter. I was paying $800 a month plus medical, dental, and vision. So all in all, about $1,200 a month. So my daughter's mom called me when she was like 6 or 7. Like, wow, why you not paying your child support? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? They're taking out my check every time. And I sent her a copy of my check stub. And she said, well, I'm not getting it. So I had the caseworker on speed dial out of Oregon. Susan Gage, I still remember her fucking name. I said, Miss Gage, why my daughter not getting her child support? And she pulled up my stuff. She said, oh, well, Mrs. So-and-so stayed on the system for so long to where you basically paying back the state of Oregon.
Man.
I was like, wow. So my daughter gets none of that money? My daughter won't get none of that money. Only thing she was receiving from me was the medical, dental, and the vision benefits. That was it. As far as any financial money, she wasn't getting nothing. All that was going back to the state of Oregon. And that's what I'm talking about. And even when they stayed in Washington, I had to pay back the state of Washington before I even started paying back the state of Oregon. And I got one kid. One. I don't have a whole pile of kids. I had one child. And look at all that bread I was paying.
Damn.
That shit is $1,200 a month.
$1,200, man.
What?
That's all 1,200. I had one kid. I
for
had
one kid.
No. I had one kid. I was paying 18
Wow.
because I got called back to court 3 times for payment increases.
Wow.
And I was showing. I took receipts showing where I was paying over the amount of child support by doing additional stuff other than what I was assigned to do, and the judge said, well, that just shows that you're a good father.
My brother told me that.
$500 more a month.
Damn. So $1,800 a month.
And then, crazy. But then at the end of everything, because I had put in so much child support, I got a $2,000 check back once he turned 18.
That happened to me too. So mine wasn't 2,000. It was like 1170 something for overpayment.
Right.
I was like, what?
Damn.
I've been blessed. I ain't never had to pay that. I have no child support stories. I've been blessed.
Man.
Lucky you, because I got them. So I had the baby's mama from hell.
$1,800 a month, and you say you paying $800 and then $1,800.
Wow.
Woo.
Damn.
Wow.
So I think a lot of, especially the millennials, they don't want to deal with that, man. They don't want to deal with that level of responsibility of caring for a child.
If the father is active in that child's life,
that's not always the case, bro.
No, I'm just saying sometimes. Okay. I'm painting out scenarios. I think sometimes it's easier when the biological father is not active in that child's life.
How is it easier?
Because it's just you and that child one-on-one. You don't have the biological father's input. You don't have his mother's input, the grandmother, the grandfather. You don't have that side of the family's input on what you're inputting. It's just that y'all one-on-one. Just like when you're a player, it's easier dealing with one woman than it is dealing with 2 of them. Because that one you able to nurture and do whatever compared to the other one who may want to go this way and you don't have the time. So when you dealing with stepchildren, if their biological father and his side of the family is not involved, it just seems to make the bonding and the relationship between you and that child more better.
It is easier because you don't have the second party to deal with, or the third party with being the other kid's grandmother or grandfather.
Now, if you have a good co-parenting relationship, that can make all the difference in the world. Because if you put the child in the center of everything and make them the focal point, and just giving them all the love and caring, and surrounded by all of the parents or all parties involved, then that is a good way to have a solid co-parenting ship and raise a healthy emotional child.
Right. But in today's time, that's kind of rare.
It is
because you get the egos. You know, we tried that. You get the egos, you get the then you run into the man where if I can't have her, I ain't dealing with the child deal. You know, just so many other scenarios. So in a perfect world, yeah, co-parenting and everybody, hey, you do this and that. Oh, all three of y'all hold hands, and you know, it's beautiful in a perfect world. But in the reality world, that's kind of rare. If you do the percentage of it's not going to be above 30.
It's very rare. Then you got a woman. I want my daughter or my son around that new girl you got. I don't know her. You know, where you taking my son? Where you taking my daughter? Meanwhile, she got all kind of dudes sitting on her couch, but you can't take your kid around your girl and do none of that.
Well, see, that's just stupidity. Because
I agree.
You're allowing your personal feelings that you really don't want this dude no more or this chick no more, but you allowing your personal emotions to get involved and causing more hurt to the child. That's all you're doing.
Right.
When you can sit up and compromise and say, okay, it just didn't work out between us. Either I didn't want you or you didn't want me, or there was a mutual agreement that we would go our separate ways, but let's do what's best for the child.
But many don't do that. I mean, I've sat down and was like, you can come over. I mean, you can blow to pick her up. You ain't really finna come in my crib, but you can come pick her up. I can meet you somewhere. All that. No, he ain't want nothing to do with her.
That's what I did. I just go get my daughter and pick her up because I didn't want old girl to come to the crib because I know she was gonna come there and kick up dust. And I didn't want my current lady to jump on her because my baby mom can't fight, and that she'd have got beat up. You know, so I didn't want her over there starting. And the thing about it is, when she finally saw my current, she was so jealous of, how you get her? She's pretty. I'm like, what the hell am I, chopped liver?
Right.
What do you mean how I got her?
What is she
saying
I got her
because I got her.
Right.
What is she saying about
herself? She look good too.
You learn how to work that tongue a little bit better after you left her. That's what it was.
Fact.
Yeah. That's what the hell.
Yeah, everybody ain't nobody walking around with 3 legs like you, Blakk.
Oh yeah, I heard. I mean, I accept that though. I used to hear that all the time.
It's good.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, good.
So besides, and then too, these days with the women and their attitudes, you don't really want to be there to provide for the woman. That's only her children.
Right.
Right. You know? It's just a lot of. It's just too much selfishness, man. There's so much entitlement. You know, I don't know, man. Just the ladies today, they feel like they're supposed to get this stuff. Like you're supposed to just show up with your cape on, flapping in the wind, and everything's supposed to just happen sporadically and simultaneously. Take care of me, even though you done work your whole life to attain your money. Here I am. You should give me some of it. And I got a pile of kids that you can take care of and call your own. And if we live in Michigan, guess what? You can be a default parent. I can put your child support.
Right.
I mean, but hasn't this been taught to them? I mean, hasn't this been taught to them all these years? This is what it's supposed to be like. The man is supposed to be provider.
Yeah.
So the protector and provider, that's been preached to them by generations, and it's been preached to them by men that they've been with. So that is their expectation.
And women, their mothers.
That's what I'm saying. For
you got to use what you got to get what you want.
You want, right?
Gotta have
about it is, man.
You have men out there to take care of that. You have men out there to do that.
Right. That's right.
It's like the thing today is, man, a lot of our sisters. I'm just speaking on sisters. I don't date nobody else. I date black women. You know, even though I have dated outside my race several times. But the thing is that sisters been sold a bill of goods by this feminist movement. They sit there and bought into it hand and foot. Oh, I'm independent. I don't need no man. I done hung around all kind of nationalities. I have never heard they women say that ever, not once. No, they say they need their man. They ain't gonna sit here and try to do this stuff by themselves. But our sister's been sold a bill of goods. You can do it by yourself because I got 99 degrees from college. I make my own money. I got my own house, blah, blah, blah. I got a big house. Yeah, you in that big house all by yourself. You in that little Yorkshire Terrier because you can't keep no damn man.
Right.
Or you in that damn calico or calico cat up in there because you can't keep no man around because your ego done told you bought into the good feminism saying you don't need no damn man.
You need a
And
man.
meanwhile,
That
Becky,
with that, Richard,
Mei Ling, and Consuela, they got their man.
the thing that get me with
But you
that,
don't have yours because you want to live independent. You want to be arrogant. You want to be just like a dude. You can't be the dude. You don't want to be submissive. You don't want to do anything. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna
the
step
thing
down.
that gets me with that is they gonna get all these degrees. If a man able to provide and take care of you and himself, he ain't really fucked up about your degree.
No.
That's
He
your
not.
degree.
He can care less.
Right.
Don't care.
Mm-mm.
Don't care what
That's
you make an
your
hour either. Don't care.
Hey, let me ask this: Do you think that it was saying one reason men don't date single mothers? Do you think she would put more time in the children? Do you think the man have to fight time with that woman as opposed to her children? She gonna have more time for her children than him.
On the cool,
do y'all think that?
On the cool, these days, a woman ain't fucked up about them kids, man. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a damn buck. I've seen several women put their kids on the damn back burner and run off to another whole nother state with a nigga and leave them kids at home with somebody else, a brother or sister keeping them.
Now those are those other mamas. Now you have the real mothers that care for their kids, so they're going to carve out time for whomever they're with,
And
but
she
they're
35 plus.
also are going to take care of their kids.
Majority of them
That's
are
the real
35
mothers.
plus.
Mm-hmm. But
that 25-year-old,
well, I mean,
don't run off.
25 years old. I mean, you
That
really,
30-year-old,
your frontal lobe still really isn't intact
that
yet.
30-year-old,
So
don't run off. I know some 40-year-olds. I know some 40-year-olds that talk to their kids. Because see what it is, Jay. A lot of them, they had them kids at a young age, like 15, 16, 17 years old. They haven't had, and then if they got a real mom, and a lot of the mothers now, their mothers, the child mother who had the children, their mothers are still enjoying their lives because they 35, 40 years old, 45 years old. So they still feel like they popping. You see what I'm saying? So they not rocking the babies like the mothers did in the 80s and the early 90s. They not rocking them babies. A majority of them, because they like, hell, I'm still young. I'm finna hit this trail ride. I took a break when I was raising you.
Right.
So that 13, 14, 15-year-old that had this child had to be at home with that child. Now that they're 21, 22, 23, they out in the streets. By the time they get 30 years old, they still feel like they missing something. They missed their teens raising a child. And I've heard, be honest with you, I've heard my mom say that. When she had a baby at 16 years old, so she didn't get a chance to enjoy her teens. So when she got in her 30s, she was ready to go out. She was ready to party. And so guess what? My sister was left at home raising me. And then that ruined, my sister can't stand mom now because she feel like she missed her childhood raising me and my brother. So when I speak, I'm speaking from experience. I understand the perfect world, don't get me wrong, but I speak a lot from what I saw. And it trickles down. But when you 13, 14, 15 years old and you had that child, you missing all them sock hops. You missing all them dances. You missing all them little B2K concerts that all your friends going to. You missing all of that because hell, you can't find no babysitter and mama at the club. Mama and her friend at a house party at their friend's house drinking strawberry daiquiris. You know what I'm saying?
They should be.
Yeah.
They should be. Because you when you laid down, when you got your legs,
they don't understand that, man. You gonna create art.
Getting pregnant, then
women don't want to hear
your responsibility.
If you would have been on here last week, and I was acting like you a lot last week on the podcast, but if you would have been here last week, they say it's not about, the woman laying down having that child. The man laid down too, but I was trying to get the point across. That child goes home with that mother.
Right.
She go home with the mother. She go home with the mother. So They don't understand that. Well, yeah, the man helped make it and he should help, but majority of them not. So if you're a responsible woman or a responsible girl, responsible teen, you're gonna, when you gap them legs open, you gotta think to yourself, if I get pregnant, is he gonna help? Because he's not guaranteed to help. Yeah, he telling you he loves you right now. He blowing all the smoke up your ass. He doing all that good shit right now. But at the end of the day, you gotta have sense enough to think to say, what if he don't? I'm stuck with this child by myself. When I want to go to the park, when I want to go to a concert, when I want to go to college, who gonna take care of my child? Because the 40-year-old mama in the club, the 40-year-old mama at the trail ride, the 40-year-old mama trying to go back to school, the 40-year-old mama trying to get a husband. She ain't rocking them babies like them parents was back in the 80s and 70s, 80s, and early 90s.
No,
they
they're
not doing it. They like, baby, you have to find you a babysitter, because me and Melvin going out. Melvin already planned this 2 weeks ago. We going out tonight.
And what's so funny
she's
about
stuck
that?
at them house, mad.
They said the dude too, but last I checked, it is your body, my choice.
Right.
Isn't that what that is?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
if I didn't want to get a tattoo, why the hell would I go to the tattoo parlor and sit in the chair and let them put it on me?
Right.
If you know you don't want a baby, and a lot of women are anti-condom today, do it. Try to pull out a condom today and see what happens. They're gonna look at them like, what the hell you doing? Oh, you don't trust me? Oh, you don't love me? Yeah. Oh, you just want me to raw dog you, right? What you taking? You ain't taking nothing? So I guess both of us got to go home with something. You going home with a damn baby, and I'm going home with something that's itchy or drippy.
Well,
you know, it's crazy. My body, my choice. But then when the man sits there,
know it was like that.
Pregnant, now it's his fault.
I didn't know it was like that. Last time,
it's like that. Trust me.
Now, when
Trust
R.
me.
Kelly,
I used to keep my condom in my sock.
Look, when R. Kelly said, "Let's go half on a baby," he was talking about fertilizing the egg. He wasn't talking about financially.
Yeah, that part.
Right.
Yeah, that part.
There you go, come with something. But you know, we don't know what that man was saying about.
Hey, but Blakk,
I didn't know y'all going. I didn't know y'all out there raw dogging, dog.
Oh yeah, that's.
I don't trust shit.
Yeah,
they ain't trying to catch nothing.
They do.
And what I was gonna add on to what you were saying, Blakk, when a lot of girls have their kids young, especially when they have a daughter. Let's say they had a daughter at 15, 16. Now she's 32. The daughter's 16 or 15. Now the daughter got the shape she had when she was her age. Now when she do date a man, he coming around here, he looking at the daughter. She just turned into competition.
The man looking at the daughter when he come over there.
Exactly.
And the mama a lot of times jealous of that daughter. And that's all we're playing for the people who believe in the Bible or whatever. That plays where they say mothers hating daughters, fathers jealous of sons, all that. Revelations. But that's what's going on.
It turned into a competition. I got this little fast heifer in my house wearing these little tight ass shorts. I can't have no company come over because he's staring at her little ass. Yeah.
But where did she get it from?
That's what he's doing. He's staring at her.
But where did she get it from? Because you didn't teach her to respect her body in front of other people and how to dress. So what do you expect her to do?
They didn't teach her how to. They didn't teach the respect. And
there was no father figure in the house to make her put some damn clothes on and have self-respect for herself. That's where the ball got dropped at. I'm gonna dress like mom. But there's no man that's like, hey, you can't dress like mom. You're a little girl. I'm gonna need you to dress like a little girl.
You know, and I didn't want to believe that the daughters actually and the sons actually try to pattern themselves behind the father and the mother. I did not really pay attention. I used to hear that, but when I start paying attention, that is exactly what I see. I know a lady right now that was a stripper. She dressed this way, dressed that way. I'd be damned if that daughter did not come up doing the same thing, dressing the same way. And I was like, damn, you know.
When they say the apple don't fall far from the tree, I
didn't want to believe that though. I know.
It happens, bro.
I thought that meant that when you look at body type, like if the mama end up fat 8 times out of 10, the daughter gonna be
It's
fat. So
behavior.
they need to teach
It's
us to look
mindset,
at it. If you want to
behavior.
know what your girl gonna look like when she get 40 or 50, look
Look at
at
her
what her
mom
mama look like at 40
right
or
now.
50, and you can
Yep.
pretty much bet on it. But I didn't
But
know that
kids
that
usually
meant the
they do
attitude,
that.
the style of dress,
Yep.
you
Kids
know.
pattern themselves around what they see. Like, take for instance, look at Deion Sanders' kids. All they want to do is do what? Play sports.
Yeah.
All 3 of his sons play football or played football. And I think one of his daughters play hoop. The only one daughter didn't do nothing like for sports, but all his kids was involved in sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, even though Michael Jordan's sons didn't, amount out to be Michael Jordan, but guess what? They still played hoop. LeBron James' sons, they play hoop. So you're going to pretty much do what you see your parents doing. So if your mom walking around looking like a thotty yachty, then you're like, hey, I want to look like a thotty yachty too. She getting all the attention, all the boys looking at her, all the men looking at her. She getting a bunch of free stuff. You know, she getting her bills paid. She ain't got to do nothing but, be here and just chill. I want that life too.
And
It
that's
looks
one thing
glamorous. It looks fun.
I admire about mine is she understands she has a daughter. So she dresses a certain way. She preaches a certain thing. They have talks where you don't wear this. And folks, she go to school in the morning, and she's like 13 now. Folks, she go to school in the morning. She have to come in there. She have to raise her shirt up to make sure under her hoodie she ain't got on no revealing shirt. No tank top. She's like, well, we don't wear tank tops to school. You go get
Start checking outside her window too, just in case she threw a bag outside.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Her friends might be bringing some clothes.
But if they do that, that's out of our control. We did everything we supposed to do within the house. What they do once they leave here, we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Blakk, you was talking about Revelation, so I had to go back to Genesis and get me a piece of fruit.
She chose persuaded to get that fruit.
This dude, boy, I'm about to go find that in Revelation. I'm gonna see exactly what he's talking about. I'm saying, man, he pulled that out the hat.
I just know it's in the Bible.
I understand the point, what you were saying. Men, children gonna be enemies of their parents. Parents gonna be enemies of their children. Yeah, so I understand that, man. So, do you think has it gotten worse? And will it get better?
I don't see it getting no better.
I don't see it getting any better, bro, because it's just everything is starting to get out of hand now. The shame factor is gone. Once upon a time, people didn't do things because they were shamed. Right. Especially when it came to women. They didn't want to do certain things. They want to be shamed. They don't have their name out there bad or nothing like that. Yeah. Now it's like a competition to who can have the worst name and get out there and get the most attention.
Yeah, did y'all?
So I don't really see it getting any better, bro.
Did y'all see the clip of the girl that was in the mall? She didn't have no drawers on.
Yeah, I saw that nasty chick. Once she walking in the airport, I thought she was walking in the airport.
She was in the mall.
That's the mall? Okay.
Walked past her, man. She opened her legs. You could see her vagina. And walking in public with
look like a bowl of cottage cheese that's been set in the refrigerator for 5 weeks.
Yeah, and she laughing like what else you want to see?
Man,
we never saw nothing like that.
Y'all know how many women walk around here with no drawers on?
I think that what you said last time.
Not doing. Who? So you?
I told him no. Hey, Austin, you missed last week. I was telling him about a classmate we had that came to school one time in a blue jean skirt, and she'll go, and then a tap on the desk, and we'll look back there, and she'll open her leg and close it because she didn't have on no drawers. I don't know if you remember who it was.
I don't remember who it was, but I remember the incident.
And our partner, Nard, ended up messing with her at one time.
Yeah, and we weren't even in anatomy.
But yeah, she and that was way back in the gap. And correction, that wasn't in Revelations. That was Luke 13:53. But I knew it was in the Bible about fathers shall be divided against the sons. And mothers against the daughters. That was in Luke. That's Luke 12:13. 53rd verse, King James version of the Bible. But but that's in the Bible. Is the point I was making? That is the revelation that it's coming fruition. It's happening.
But if you actually read that, it's really talking about countries and cities coming against each other. But
anyway, but according to King James, Fathers shall be divided against sons, and the sons against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughters against the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. So they went into detail saying in law. So, but yeah, but that's in the Bible is the point I was making, and it's the revelation because it's coming into fruition.
Right.
But yeah, but that's how the world is today. And no, I don't see it getting better. I see it getting worse. And like he said, the shame factor gone. I wear what I want, and the respect gone. I go where I want to go. I wear what I want. And then the men, because they want to be with these women, they're turning into the most biggest group of beta males. They can't say shit to us, so they have to make themselves honor and respect what she want to do because she don't respect him.
Which is none but it's a beta male simp. You pretty much doing anything to get some cooch. I never seen so many guys just do anything just to sleep with a woman. I'm like, you act like you never got no cooch before.
Dude, that's been
why
going
you
on.
keep doing
on for ever since man was made. What are you
It's been
talking
going
about?
on since man was made, but it's going on more now.
Yeah.
Back in the gap, it was certain men, and we included, that said we got to do all that. Fuck you, because there's too many other women out there.
Exactly.
We understood
You
it.
not do all that thirsty crap.
Why do you think prostitution was so big? Why do you think people pay for pussy like
Well,
that?
I can answer that. Because men were designed to be with more than one woman. It's only this westernized society that forced you guys to be with one woman, which is stupid. And it's nowhere in the Bible. Oh, that's adultery. No, it's not. It's only adultery for the woman. It ain't adultery for the man. I can pull up the verses. And then guys sitting here and bought into this indoctrination that they can only be with one woman. Yeah, you go ahead and live like that.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
you do
want to
that.
be with more than one woman. I'm good.
Shit. Well, I mean, that's everybody's choice. Because that's the choice, and I respect your choice. But I'm letting you know that you don't have to live by that choice.
It's by choice, and if you want to respect that mate, and the one you with don't care for that lifestyle, and you want to be with her, and you just respect what she want, and y'all do what you do.
Right.
But that's why I give myself 5 more years in the U.S. and I'm out of here.
They say you out of here.
I'm leaving here. I ain't got time
for
this.
Third world country.
Blakk, will you? I mean,
I'll be second world by the time I get there.
Second world.
This about to be a third world country in a minute.
Yeah,
as soon as that Chinese dollar kick in.
That dollar, yeah.
As soon as that Chinese dollar kick in, along with Russia, and they're already paying off Africa's debt to the U.S. So the U.S. can't put sanctions on countries that don't owe them money.
Right.
Hey, we very close. Yeah, and you think the U.S. finna just let that power go? World War III, son. Yes, they gonna let their power go.
Yeah. No,
they not letting it go. You saw what happened to Muammar Gaddafi when he tried to create the gold dinar. Out of here.
Man, they took him out.
Out of here.
Yeah, they took him out. That's real.
So you can't reach the Chinese president that easily.
Right.
And then you look at the cost of when you're dating women, I guess with multiple children, you look at what how much does it cost to eat at McDonald's
today? I don't know.
Let's say a family of 3. Let me see. Let's give her 3 kids. The average woman got what, 2 kids? Let's give her 2 kids. You and her. That's 4 people eating. What is the cost?
Everybody on the dollar menu. Everybody on the value menu.
And they done took the dollar menu up.
Man, I know when I dealt with a woman that had children, man, I didn't spend under $100 on anything.
All right, let me ask you this.
It was.
And I'm talking to the single men. I'm talking to Richard. You consider single still, Melvin?
I am.
Okay. Yeah. I'm asking you this.
Mm-hmm.
The single mothers, are they a turnoff? Do you see them as losing value the more kids they have?
Yes. The more kids they have, they're going to lose value. My motto is this. I have 1. So if I meet a woman who has 1, that's only fair. I'm going to date her if she has 1. Under special circumstances, if she have 2, now the special circumstances is this. Is your baby's dad going to bring me drama? Number 1. Number 2, are your kids mannerable? Number 3, if you have a teenage daughter, I'm not dating you. Because I don't want to be in a situation to where be like, oh, he did this to me, he was looking at me, blah, blah, blah. No. So if you have that going on, I'm not dating you if you got a teenage
The
daughter.
boys can say that too these days now.
Well, you're barking up the wrong damn tree over here. I might live in the 8, but it ain't going down to 8,000. So it just depends, man. It depends on how mannerable the kids are. It depends on the demeanor and the mindset of the woman, and it also depends on if this dude that you got this kid by gonna try to bring me drama. That's to me, that's the most important thing. Like you said earlier, Blakk, it was easier because the dude didn't want to be around. So it was easier to raise your kid like that. But most of the time, if you meet a woman, she got a kid, and the kid is like, I would say 5 and under, you're gonna have some drama. Oh yes, you're gonna have some baby daddy drama because he still want to smash it. So now she with you, he can't follow through like he used to. He used to come over at 2 in the morning, beat it down, and just lay up and leave. But now you there, you in the way. Like, man, I can't go over here like I used to. I'm gonna try to do everything I can to get this guy to get up out of here because I'm trying to get back in so I can smash. You know, I still want to smash.
Like I said,
you in the way, so he gonna bring me drama. So therefore, I can't be there because I don't want to bring drama. I'm not gonna force you to make me make a decision. I'm not gonna let you whip my ass. It's not gonna be an easy victory for you. Right. And you already know this. So therefore, you gonna come with the burner. I got burners too. So therefore, I don't even want to get involved in none of that.
Hey, so you like plural relationships, so y'all just share.
Hey, we're not doing that. What kind of blasphemous talk was that?
Hey, you say that a man don't supposed to be with one woman, so you
no, man, we can't be sharing those same cooch, man.
Right.
No, that's blasphemous. What supposed to got some other guy jizz swimming around? I'm going down there trying to do what I got to do. No, we ain't got time for that.
Just smell it and make sure it smells like a condom.
Yeah, and he gonna end up licking on something that he didn't know was down there.
He gonna be like, this don't look like my pew.
You down there licking on it. So now you know what he tastes like.
When I was in my mid-20s, the girl showed up at my crib 2 in the morning. She had just left the club. This chick, she was so damn drunk. She showed up, opened her legs. She already had a condom stuck up in her ass. I'm like, what the hell?
And God,
I was like, wow. And it was full.
You had to pull it out.
Did that make you go down?
Yeah, I was like, man, this chick, she was drunk, so I just closed it up, man. Just let her get some rest. And the next morning, I told her what happened. I even saved the evidence.
Hey, did you still bang her, or you was turned off?
No, man, I was good after that, man. Even though she was safe or whatever, but still, I ain't want none of that. I ain't want to go out there, boy.
See, if it wasn't full, she could have said, I already had it ready for you.
She could have, when she had that rubber stuck up in her.
No, that's what I'm saying. She could have said that she had the rubber ready for you.
It was already ready for you if it wasn't full.
I'm good. Oh, I see it. No. We fresh out of that. Now I just let her get her little rest, and I just told her about herself the next morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. And go hit the bricks, touch.
So you say you would date a single mother, but it's stipulations.
Yeah, it has it's stipulations. It just depends on what's going on with her. You know, like for instance, I met a girl about 2 weeks ago now. And I knew this lady for 3 days, and she had 3 kids. I'm like, okay, let me just entertain and see where it goes. And I was talking to her until she texted me one morning to ask me to send her and her 3 kids DoorDash. Blakk. I'm not sending you and your brats DoorDash, bro. I don't know you. I don't know you from a can of paint.
So you want me to hit yet?
I said, yeah, no, I ain't hit. I didn't want it. I hadn't hit it yet. I said, what they dad at? Why he can't send you guys DoorDash? What kind of simp shit you think going on over here? We don't simp over here in Marietta.
Wow.
And one lady I met out here, dude, one day I knew this lady. She asked me for my damn Netflix code. I'm like, damn, you can't afford a $19.99 month subscription?
She can afford it. She just wants before she give you some, she wants you to
block.
Netflix has said shut that all down, so you can't even do that.
No, I blocked her ass too. She had no key.
What Netflix shut down?
sharing your
I don't know.
password.
Mine
Sharing your
still works.
password. Yeah, sharing your password.
When that
Now,
started.
now,
I
don't know. It just recently
Yeah,
started.
recently
But
started.
there's
That's a
some
lie.
decent women out there. There are some decent women out there that may have kids that are able to hold it down for themselves and still be able to accept a man into their lives in a man role.
How old is?
So, huh?
How old is?
Normally they're 30, 35 above. So,
See, the thing is, when you just say
They
you need a woman that's holding it down by herself, this is the problem right here. In today, in the 21st century, a lot of women, they don't want to have no damn discipline. They don't want no man to come in and tell them what to do. They don't want to follow no rules. They want to sit there and say they want a strong man. But as soon as that man show up and start trying to lay down structure and foundation, they flee. Oh, you trying to boss me around? You trying to tell me what to do? All this nonsense. You want me to be submissive? I ain't no slave.
No, Rich,
All this goofy shit.
You're narcissistic. That's the new word.
Yeah, that or
narcissist.
toxic masculinity. All these other shaming tactics they got to try to do to get you to shut up.
Yeah.
well, what are you bossing them around to do? I mean, what are you
Because you coming in trying to lay down structure, and they never had that. How do you lay down structure with someone who really don't need you financially?
Yeah, I'm saying
you're not gonna be able
like
to do that.
What are you coming in doing?
You coming in being a man, and they not accustomed to that. They used to beta male simps. They want guys to come in, roll over, couch out, do what the hell they want, all that.
So coming in being a male, what does that look like?
Being a male?
Being a man.
Being a male means
you're
you're gonna come in and just do what she wants you to do.
No, I'm saying being a man, coming there, what does that look like?
Being a man means you come with structure. You come with a foundation.
I understand that you're saying that, but for people that don't know what that means, for the audience that doesn't know what you're talking about, describe what it is that you're referring to or give examples of.
Being a man. Okay, this guy that was on the internet, I forgot his name, was a brother saying his wife or his girl never paid no bills in the house. She never had to do anything. She ain't got to mow the yard. She ain't have to, certain things she didn't have to do. Because that was his job as a man to take care of all those things. But a lot of people think being a man is only being financially responsible. No, it takes more than just finances to be a man. A man can come in and lay down structure. They can get a kid structure. They can give the house order. When people know there's a man in that house, they're less likely to go over there and try to get over on you guys because they already know, well, he there, I can't get over. Or there's a man there, I can't just break in because there's a man there. So if they do break in, they're going to bring 4 or 5 dudes. The presence of a man is just so important.
So I think what he's saying, Austin, is a lot of times when he say a man steps in and brings structure, let's just say that woman that has those 2 to 3 kids, those kids just run around all day. They keep the house messy. They don't clean up. They sleep how they want to sleep. They talk crazy to the mama because the mama ain't got time. And you've seen this too. She on the phone, she doing her thing, blah, blah, blah. Kids just running around house, messy, dishes in the sink from 2 days. And the moms just feel like the kids just overwhelms her. So when it's a man and he's a real man that has structure, he steps in there and he say, hey, y'all need to clean this house up. Hey, you're not finna sleep till 12 o'clock. We get up at 10 o'clock at the latest in the summer, and you get up at 6 o'clock in the mornings when they're at school. You can sleep till 10 o'clock, but once you get up, we're going to clean the bathroom. You're going to clean your room. You're going to clean the loft. You're going to wash dishes every night before you go to sleep. You get a night in the kitchen. A man is more likely to step in a household and build structure when he's in that household. Some mothers have it laid down, but a lot of kids, especially the male kids, take advantage of that mother, especially when they get of age. And then the daughters know how to play on the mother's side. And if that mother got, let's just say she got a job or she's in school or whatever she got going on, working overtime, that mother, it's good to have 2 people in the household when you have children. But the society is preaching against that. It's turning black man against black woman against black man, and which is dividing the race. But when it's a structure in that home, a 2-parent household is more likely to have more structure than a 1-parent, especially if it's 2 or 3 kids in the house, because that mother can't watch everybody.
So I do know a female. She was former military. So and she makes really good. She makes decent money. She's 2 kids, 2
She was
boys.
military, so she knows structure.
So what do you do? I mean, so in that case, when you have a person that knows structure, that knows how to run their household, then
It's gonna be hard for you to step in there and lay any kind of rule.
Yep. Any woman that was in the military, that's a cop, all this stuff, it's gonna be hard for you as a man to go in there and run anything.
Right, and that's what I believe that's where the conversation come in at on how the relationship gonna go when you're dealing with a woman like that was in the military.
Even when you dealing with a 35 plus or 40-year-old that has been by herself.
Yeah, setting their way
since high school, since college, since she graduated college. She is setting her ways. My brother met a woman. I think she was paralegal or something, but everything was perfect. But when it came to him just suggesting, let's take this route on the highway to get to this spot, she did not want him telling her nothing because she felt like, I know everything. When you get a woman that been taking care of herself or been there for herself, it's hard for them to they're not gonna submit. Submitting is out of it. You gonna argue, or you just gonna let her do what she do? You're gonna be like, okay, well, I would normally take 78 and catch 55 to go there, but I usually go 60, 64, and then I jump on 72. You just gonna have to lay back, even though it's a shorter route. It's not taking money out the house. You have to when that's that type of situation. They good people, and they have their benefits. It's good to find somebody that can help lead the ship a lot. But on the same note, you have to know what you know. She know what she know, and y'all just meet up when it's time. Let me
add so basically, you're allowing yourself to be emasculated.
You turn into emasculation if you get into something like that.
Let me add this: when you also, a lot of people have been single for a long period of time. So if you're dealing with a woman that's single for a long period of time, that's a whole, like you say, that's a whole different bowl of wax, because she's setting her way. You got to be patient with that type of person, because she's stuck in a routine of doing what she do. And
patience ain't on nobody's side in the in the 21st century.
I understand but if you're dealing with this type of person,
get out of it.
Single for a long period of time, you gotta know, what you're dealing with, because you'll be setting your way because you've been single for so long. So if that's not something you want to deal with, then it's just time for you to move on.
And a lot of men not. And then they quick to say, we can't find no leaders. But hell, you don't want no leader, because the minute he say, I don't think you need to go on the south side at 10 o'clock at night with your pajama pants on, it's a problem. Or I don't think you need to be on the south side when it get dark.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just going to the gas station. You don't think I can handle myself? So you're gonna run into that when you're dealing with those independent women too. You have to find a woman that believes in your leadership and allow you to lead and make the best decisions. If 10 o'clock is not the best time, it's 15 miles left to get to home, and you got 28 left on the gas gauge. You get that gas in the morning or a little bit closer to home. You don't have to stop in Midtown Atlanta to get no goddamn gas. You drive as close as you can to an outskirt.
Right, so
the gas station right here, so I'm just gonna go and get gas. That's what that
burn that gas.
Those two chiefs, y'all two chiefs. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Too many cooks in the kitchen to spoil the soup.
I think that comes with a person not trusting the person that they're with.
That's why I say you need to find somebody who who
No,
believes in
you
your
have to find
leadership.
somebody. You have to first of all you have to earn trust. And leadership, there are a lot of men out there, or so-called men out there,
That's
that
not
pretend to be leaders,
right.
and they're not. And women tend to, once they get into the relationship, they tend to see that, so they don't trust that person. They don't
Right.
trust them to be leaders. But there's a lot of them like to take on these project people, these projects, and try to build a man out of what they have,
Yeah.
rather than going ahead and finding the man that they should be with.
Exactly. And the men they submit to always be a damn Pookie or a Ray Ray, because I could change him, like you just said, as a project. I want to change Pookie and Ray Ray, or Man, but I don't want Chad. He's already, even though Chad is already like the man I want. But nope, I want to go get Pookie because that's what I want to do.
Pookie look good.
Yeah.
I can control him. And when they
Yeah,
get Pookie and Ray Ray,
she can control it. Pookie ain't got no job. I can give him money. He ain't got no car. He got to use mine. I can control where he come and go.
Yeah.
You know, Pookie lay it down in bed, girl. He know what he doing, but Pookie ain't finna leave you nowhere.
Ray Ray gonna have him a car, and Ray Ray a good hustler though.
Right.
I can dig it.
Right.
Yeah, Ray Ray a good hustler. So you know, even though that's temporary, but they'll lay with Ray Ray. They like Ray Ray. But Pookie, yeah, he ain't hitting on shit.
Yeah, Pookie ain't
Ray
finna do
Ray gonna
nothing.
move in with him, and he gonna keep him supplied with a blunt. You know what I'm saying? He gonna keep him a good 3.5 ourselves.
Good juice.
Right.
He said 3.5.
And he gonna give a third of the electric, and maybe a third. He gonna pay a third of the electric and a third of the rent, and that's good because she working. She got a degree.
Mm-hmm.
She making $45,000-$50,000 a year.
Yeah, she a social worker.
Yeah.
Degree in social work, masters in social work.
And Pookie real good with the kids, girl. He just stay here with them.
Yeah, and he had his pacifier in his mouth too.
Right.
Right holding the baby. That ain't he.
Right.
Pacifier in his mouth.
That's right.
Yeah.
Burping. Say Blakk. Let's go ahead and land this plane.
Yeah, we can land it. But yeah, what's the disadvantage of what would you say the single?
He
turned himself off.
Yeah, come back. He turned himself off.
Oh yeah, I did that earlier.
I guess he's saying the disadvantage of being.
Yeah, I need to sign up with StreamYard so I can start bringing my audience over here on these. You
got StreamYard.
No, I'd never even signed up for it. So I think after tonight I'll sign up for it. And once I sign up for it, when I go live, everybody in my on my list will be able to see it.
Yeah, I'll send you a link and get it to you. So
okay, because I'm creeping up on 5,000 for Facebook.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, I'm just building my numbers, building them up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put that link in your.
What would y'all say the disadvantage is for dating women with children? Before we out
today. I'll go first because I'm a single guy on here. Well, Jay, you single too, right?
Yeah.
All right. I say the disadvantage is at the end of the day, the man he's gonna be left holding the short end of the stick. It doesn't really matter what he does for her kids, and at the end of the day, they're still her kids. Once they break up and once it's over, she's just gonna monkey branch on to the new dude, and all the efforts that got him put in is gonna go on unrewarded.
So
he can't see the kids. That's over.
Yeah.
That's the disadvantage. Not only that, he's gonna meet someone that he can't build anything with. Number two, she don't want structure and direction. She claims she do, but when the direction and structure shows up, she runs away from it.
Yeah.
You know, all these things are disadvantage. That's why I don't listen to half the stuff the women they come out their damn mouth. And when I say things like that, oh, somebody hurt him, girl. Shut your dumb ass up. Ain't nobody hurt me. This is how I speak. They don't like men that speak like me. They want a man that agree to everything they say, to sit there and lick their damn boots and do all this stuff and hold umbrellas and shit up when it rain and all this other goofy ass shit these niggas I be out here doing. No, I'm not doing none of that. You should have brought a damn umbrella when you came out the house. That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? I ain't holding no damn umbrella up. There's too many damn simps out here ruining everything. Man can't be man no more with all these. Oh man, don't do it like that, dog. That's a female, man. Then if she fine, like shit, man, don't do it like that. Shit, shorty fat. She got
Well, on the same note, Richard, it depends on the woman because chivalry isn't dead.
Yes, it's dead. It's dead, and women killed it when they start calling men thirsty and all this other goofy nonsense. Okay,
Well,
he thirsty. He all asking me for my number. He all sweating me. Blah blah blah. He trying to talk to me. He want to hold doors open for me. Chivalry is dead, and women killed it.
Well,
Thank you.
Well, we'll let
go
Phantom
ahead.
go. We'll let Phantom go next since he's single.
Go ahead.
And then
Single Phantom, what you got?
Oh man, boy, what would you say the disadvantage?
The disadvantage of dating the single
Them children will
mother.
never be. Them children will never be yours. You can bond. I think the hardest thing is bonding with a child, and you and the woman don't make it, and y'all break up, and though the child can come see you, you know, the child is not yours. You know, and I've dealt with women with children, and that's something that's a whole different dynamic, you know, dealing with a woman that got children. You got to be ready for that. You got to be mentally ready to deal with a woman that got children, because like you said, I guess your experience is different, Blakk. You an exception to the rule because none that you ain't never really experienced too much of that. But from women I saw, they invested in their children, especially when they got relationships with their children, and they children they grown together. If they had their children at 15, their children is 15 years younger than them. You know, they got a relationship with their children that you don't have. You know, they know things and grew up with them, and you seeing it, and you really a lens from the outside. So, you know.
But what if they meet that child when they're 2 years old, and you grew with that child like my folks grew with me?
Yeah, but the difference is let me walk.
Richard said
that. Because that's your
it
blood.
Is, that's different.
That's still your blood. That's still your blood. Though
no, it's not.
Your brother, if your
her husband is not my blood. Both of you guys, Richard and Austin. Let's clear this up right quick. Will you guys please explain to him that if I lose my mother, I move in with my sister. Her husband is not my blood. But he's nothing to me. Actually, he's farther down the line from me than if he was a stepfather. He's farther down the line because he's actually a brother-in-law.
Right, but listen to me.
That's not my blood. He is not my blood. My sister is my blood. Your mother is your blood.
Listen to me. The difference is you come into the situation related to somebody, your sister.
My mom. You're related to your mother, right?
Right. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Let me break this down one more time, because he don't understand this, y'all. Real nigga shit. All bullshit aside. Let me break this down.
Hold on.
No.
Let me
hear you.
What I'm saying.
Go ahead. Then I'm gonna
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Y'all like a toxic marriage.
Go ahead.
I'm coming to a relationship. Those children that woman have,
we ain't talking about that.
Those children that woman have were not her siblings.
Right. We're not talking about that.
Listen, but I am. The situations, because you always put yourself in the lens of an exception to the rule, and that you can't do that. You got to speak on the dichotomy, because you got to look at, you were raised by your sister, and your brother, your sister's husband is your brother-in-law.
He's not my blood,
but he's still through marriage. They already married.
If a man marry your mom, if a man marry your mama, is he your blood? If a man marry your mama, is he your blood?
When me and this woman are not blood related.
Time out. If a man,
me and this woman, it ain't no me and this woman are not blood related, bro.
Okay, right. Now, listen.
So listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, Melvin TV. We heard you, Jay. We heard you.
No, you lay an exception to the rule.
Melvin TV.
I'm trying to get my comment out.
Go ahead. Hurry up. Go ahead.
It ain't no hurry up, bro.
It is. Hurry up.
It
Come
ain't
on.
no hurry up.
Go ahead.
Man, it ain't no hurry up, Blakk. It's an exception to the rule. You an exception to the rule, bro. You were raised. That's your bloodline.
No,
the woman is related. That's your sister.
Time out. Okay, we get what you're saying. Now Melvin TV.
You got something invested in that.
Melvin TV. Nope. Listen what's going on.
Listen.
Do you understand what he's trying to say?
If I was dealing with a woman and she brought her
I hear it.
Listen,
what he's confusing is, what he's not getting is, what he's not getting, if it's your mother, if your mother.
When you dealing with a sister,
your mother meet John Wilson. Okay. Your mother met John Wilson.
You dealing with your brother.
My sister.
This girl, I met this girl, and she raising her little brother. That's her blood. I'm married to her, but she's taking on her little brother. That's her blood. That's something different. If a woman is engaged with a child and it's a part of her family, that's something different. Though that's not my child, we know that that's her little brother because she's raising her little brother. That's a part of her family.
Right.
So I know that I don't have no biological investment in it, but I know she's raising her little brother. So I'm going to support her in raising her little brother. But when you got a woman that got children by another man, that's something totally different because they was by birth. But it's a different situation because you being, due to the circumstances, I'm raising my little brother.
Okay.
Now I got what he's saying now. I understand what he's saying.
They get what you're saying now.
Listen what I'm saying. It's nothing wrong if I'm dealing with a woman and something happened to her brother's mother, her brother's mother, and she got to stay. The brother got to stay with her, and we raising her. That's something.
That's
totally
different. That wasn't my situation, though. That wasn't my situation.
That was different.
That wasn't my situation.
That was different.
Can I speak? My situation was different.
Okay, what's your situation?
My biological passed when I was under a year. The sister I moved in, the sister that took me on, that she requested to take care of me, didn't have a man. She had me and she had a daughter on her own.
Right.
He met her when I was 5 years old.
Right.
So when he walked into her life, I was already in her life as her son that she's raising.
Right.
So it ain't like they had been together and then something happened and I moved in. No. When he walked into my life, she didn't have a man.
Right.
My older sister and her husband, my older sister and her dad had broken up.
Right.
While she inherited me.
Right.
So when he walked in her life, he had to take on 2 kids that was not his, and he didn't know her from a can of paint. All he knew was she looked good, and he wanted to be with her.
Right.
So when he took her on, he took us on too.
Right.
And he raised us as his own. Up until this day, we're on the wheel, we're in everything, we're listed as his children. So when we're out in public and somebody asks him, how many children do you have? Even though he only had one by her that he had 5 years later, he still includes my sister and myself as his children. At the funeral, our names are going to be on that program as his children, not stepchildren, not nothing. And if anything happens to him today, I'm catching a flight, I'm in Louisiana.
Right.
So it's a difference if we were living together, that she already had him.
That's not the reality. The way your situation is, you can't speak your situation to everybody else's situation.
Right. No. And I didn't say that. No. That's why we use the words exception.
Right.
Things that are exceptional, things that are exceptional are not of the norm.
Hey, so did the plane take off again? Because I thought we was landing it.
Right.
Yeah, we landed. I wanted y'all to understand what he was trying to say, because every time we had this conversation,
it wasn't what I was trying to say.
What he was saying.
That he came into your life. You were 5 years old. The situation was, he took you on as his own, but you still is her brother.
just like
his brother-in-law.
Just like your
But
mother.
You took him on.
Just like your mother is your mother.
Right.
Come out.
He took him on.
Just, we let you talk for an hour, bro. Just like your mother is your mother, and John Wilson is her boyfriend or her husband.
Yeah.
He walked in y'all life. The guy who you say treated you like shit walked into your mom's life while your mama had you, right?
Right.
Okay.
Wait
that guy walked into my sister's life. That guy walked into my sister's life.
Bro, you did. Yeah, you.
Why he cut me off?
No,
I didn't say
baby,
shit. I was quiet. I let him stay and
You
feel.
mad because I pressed a button on dealing with a woman. It's like you get offended every time.
You can't make me mad because I know you don't understand.
I do understand. You are your sister's brother. He
Right.
came in your life. That's your sister's brother. She had a child. She had her brother and sister. She raised and she had a child with him. So he already raised and accepted that's that man's. He accepted that.
He walked into that, right?
He walked into that, so he accepted
Just like
that. But that
just like that man walked in your mama's life and tried to take care of you. Decided not to take care of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at 30,000 feet, cruising altitude. We're no longer landing this plane. We are going to the next city.
What I'm telling you is that you get offended every time I say something about a sick. That touch your strings
Because you don't understand. Only reason it touch my strings is because you're so ignorant that you don't understand. It's about you not understanding. It ain't my situation. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks.
Yes, you do. You cussing now.
No, I'm just saying because you're not letting me speak.
It is because it was my turn to speak and you interrupted me.
You've been talking all night.
The captain has turned on the turbulence.
You interrupted me.
You
always get offended when I talk about.
We've reached turbulence.
Because you don't understand.
We're not
I don't
sure
get
how long
offended.
this is going to go
I
on.
just,
But
it's more that you don't understand. I mean more frustrated.
Let you know.
Melvin, you understand frustration instead of offended, though, right?
Every time we talk, you do the same thing. You get
Right.
offended.
But it's a such thing
And then
as
you talking about somebody, she ain't treat me like shit.
You said
I'm
that.
telling you, no, I'm telling you how he was and how men, my mother would tell men, hey, if you can't accept me, you can't accept my son. And
Flight
I'm telling
attendants,
you how the
prepare
man,
for
how these
a
men
crash
was.
landing.
You
Right.
saying that.
Prepare for
I didn't tell you
emergency.
that.
You didn't tell me
You
that.
just
Prepare
getting
for emergency
upset. You
landing.
getting upset because it's touching your soul. Every time I mention something about a stepchild or anything that's outside of that, you got a problem with it. It was my turn to speak, and you got a problem with it. You always do that, bro. Even when we off the mic, you do the same damn thing.
Right.
You don't let me get my. This is an opinion. This is
Right.
what I share.
And you've been talking a whole while though. The only problem I got it's more. Okay. Let me speak for a brief second.
Yeah, and you being.
It's more of a okay. You done? Or you through? Or are you done?
You being offensive, bro.
Okay. It's more of a frustration because he don't be under. I'm talking to Melvin. I'm talking to Melvin and Austin. Will you please shut the fuck up for 2 minutes? Give me 2 minutes. I gave you 5. Give me 2, bro.